Thank you, Mr. Williams. Before I call back Mrs. James to the podium, I think it's also very fitting that the general manager could concentrate a bit and specify some of the challenges that DOWASCO is having right now, to give, again, further appreciation to the public, the burden at hand, and the efforts that are being made, and the plans for ensuring that we have a fully restored water system. We know we are at a time when we have just gone through our independence celebration, and every time we think of independence, we almost momentarily think of Christmas or the end of year. I think to the average person as well, without water, would like to have that as a reasonable timeline for some expectation. So when Mr. James come back here, I would also want to give member of the public where they are still without any restoration of water, what should they expect around Christmas time, hopefully as a Christmas bonus or Christmas gift. But before going on to that, I would like to call on to Mr. Ettinoffe to explain to us or to try to articulate or identify some of the key challenges DOWASCO are having, and what are some of the strategies in mind for circumventing those challenges as we go forward.
Thank you again, PS. As you would have heard from the presentations thus far, we have done quite a bit, but of course there are challenges, significant challenges, which are preventing us from achieving much more, or achieving what we would have liked to achieve. Among those, and something I've always said to people, what contributes to our beauty and to the abundance of water that we have also contributes to a major challenge in terms of delivering services to our people, and that's our terrain. You've heard from the chief engineer that we continue to go all the time higher upstream, deep into the forest, and the main reason for that is to get water of a good quality, really pristine water from pristine forests, really, to our people that requires very little treatment. And so we spend millions of dollars on every water system, taking pipelines way up the mountain, and get water down by gravity flow. It serves to reduce our operating costs in the long run, but of course it does contribute significantly to the implementation costs up front. And so one of the things that we are looking at, and it will be informed of course by the SCVA, the Strategic Climate Vulnerability Assessment that the chief engineer spoke about, that has been funded by the CDB, of course under some grant funding. It will inform how we proceed with that, and it's to determine really, should we continue to go upstream to get water and feed by gravity flow with the large implementation cost? Or let us do the life cycle cost and see if taking water much lower downstream and treating it to a much higher level would not result in probably lower cost overall to the communities and to the people. And of course, a less vulnerable infrastructure, less pipes to be washed away, and so forth, and more reliable source of water. We are looking also in terms of, and this will also be informed by the studies to be undertaken, our pipelines probably too close to the surface, or should we be considering laying those pipes 10 feet down? Major challenge there when you look at it in terms of cost. I mean, when you think of going under the river beds, because where there were river banks before, they are no more. So it's a lot of stony riverbeds and going 10 feet down to lay pipes. I mean, what sort of cost implication is there for us at DOWASCO? Of course, we import all our pipes and fittings, and one of the things that we have to be careful with is the whole management of our inventory. A few years ago, I know we came under some fire because we had in excess of $4 million of inventory sitting at our warehouse. And the auditors felt that we need to reduce that inventory to much lower figures. I can tell you, we need now several times that amount of inventory to be able to restore water systems of various sizes, pipes and fittings and so forth. So at the very best, the quickest you get inventory from the US these days is like 4 weeks. And with the sort of traffic that we had coming into Dominica with containers and the movements on the port, it's taking some time to get pipes and fittings landed here and accessible for restoring water in many communities. One of the very challenging communities we have to deal with right now is the Wesley Woodfordale Margaret system, which suffered tremendously during Tropical Storm Erica, and again had major damages during Hurricane Maria. We have ordered for some time now the pipes and the fittings to even do some temporary restoration and bring relief to the people of that community. But the boat could not come, could not dock. And so we are looking at probably another week before we receive those pipes and fittings so that we could begin installation of a temporary line to bring water to these people. So in the meantime, we've had to revert to the temporary purification system on the Pigwa River. And hopefully we are going to see another of those systems implemented on the Londonderry River sometime later this week and early into next week, so that we are bringing the water closer and closer to the people while we await the arrival of pipes and fittings to bring relief on a more permanent basis to these people. So financing, of course, is a major challenge which the government of Dominica has continued to assist DOWASCO in meeting. We've had since September 18th, I can tell you we couldn't read a single meter. In fact, most of our meters have been destroyed. So that's a major challenge that we faced with, a major cost to restore or reinstate some 20,000, 21,000 meters that we had outside there. That's probably going to run us in the $15-16 million, and it's something that we must do at some point in time. So we have challenges in terms of revenue, we have challenges in terms of our costs and managing those and bringing some balance and relief to our people. But we are committed to the task, and I know the DOWASCO staff, our management staff, our field staff, they are committed to the task, and I have no doubt that we will overcome, and in due course we will build our systems back even better, and the people of Dominica will be better off for it. Thank you.